If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Shawn Credle, let's go to you in the WNST newsroom.
Thank you very much, and ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the Baltimore Orioles versus the Baltimore Ravens. Purple Pride versus Oriole Magic. Now, take a look at Buck Showalter. In his first 11 games, starting with 9-2 record. Now, that's the same record that Davey Johnson had in his first 11 games, and we know what happened with the Orioles there. Now, will Buck Showalter have that same amount of success? Well, it's very possible. I mean, look at the teams that he had or managed to turn around with: the Yankees, Arizona, and Texas. Now, of course, the Orioles have 77 losses right now, but as Showalter has proven, year number 2 is the year for him, and hopefully year number 2 will be the year for the Baltimore Orioles. Now, yesterday, the Orioles ran into a buzzsaw in Jeremy Hellickson and Tampa Bay as they lost 3-2, and that gave them their first 2-game losing streak under the Showalter era, and of course their first series loss in 4. And I'll take that. 75% winning series streak for Showalter, I think, is really good. Now, Hellickson, who I like to call the Steven Strasburg of the American League, he's 3-0 right now, only has 9 hits allowed in 20 innings of work. And the Orioles are going to run into pitchers like that, and if they do, if they lose, it's okay. As long as they can win at least 50 to 75% of the games under Showalter, I think everything will be fine. Now, you have to break that losing streak, that losing feel that exists in the locker room, and I think he's doing that right now. The unfortunate problem here, as far as fans are concerned, is it's now purple season, as the Ravens have begun play with their preseason win over the Panthers, 17-12. Of course, the Ravens are addressing their own issues, trying to identify who their shutdown corner is going to be, see if they can stop the penalties, and of course, fixing the kicking game. How important is that? Well, of course, ask Matt Stover how important that is. But also the evolution of Joe Flacco. This is his 3rd season in the league, and there's a lot of pressure for him this year as well. You look at guys, like he looks at Aikman and Montana and Palmer and Rivers. Those guys went to the Pro Bowl in their 3rd season, and many suspect that Flacco might join them. Of course, last year he had over 3,600 yards throwing and 23 touchdowns. This year, adding Anquan Bolden, the sky's the limit for Joe Flacco. We'll see what happens. But as far as Ravens versus Orioles is concerned, that's a debate I would love to have here in the Baltimore area once again. It's an exciting time in Baltimore if we can talk about both teams being successful. It's been over 13 years, since we could have a conversation, let's say in September or October, where, you're looking at the success of both teams at the same time. For the Orioles, 13 years of losing have pushed the fans away, not the Nationals as some people may have suspected. Winning will always bring fans back. And as I talked to Nestor a little bit earlier on, watching teams lose, it makes you not want to see them anymore. I was there. I've been there numerous times when the Orioles have had 4-run leads, 5-run leads, and watched them lose it in the 7th or 8th inning. It's depressing. It's depressing going to Camden Yards and seeing the alleged 9,400 people in attendance and knowing that there used to be 46,000 people on a Wednesday who would enjoy watching the games. So as far as Showalter is concerned, let's give him a chance. Let's see what happens in year number 2, because there's 77 losses now. No way they're going to, finish over 500. But right now he brings the mentality of win now, and that's it. So hopefully they'll turn it around. And in the meantime, I'll keep following both teams. This is Shawn Credle here on the Morning Reaction here on WNST 1570 AM and online at WNST.net.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.